What's going on? It's she, the Wise. Welcome back to Vader's Lair. We have a lot of potential spoiler updates for The Mandalorian and for the Kenobi show. So if you don't want to know about those, we do have some reports before that. That will be not as spoilery, or not really spoilery, just some big Star Wars news if you want to hear that. But we do have some spoiler-filled fun at the back half of this. So welcome into Vader's Lair. Let's get right to it. Welcome back to everybody. So there was actually a Hollywood Reporter article today on Darth Maul. So this is the beginning of our non-spoiler filled section of the stream. And with this part of the video, it kind of confirms something that I've kind of thought for some time, although I was hopeful, and it almost double confirms the thing that I was hopeful would have happened if Ray Park could have just not done meat pictures on the internet. So let's get into this article, though. It comes from the Hollywood Reporter, and the Hollywood Reporter is a Hollywood trade. They're pretty reliable, to say the least. And it says, Obi Wan Kenobi Darth Maul scene cut. Luke Skywalker replaced during creative overhaul. So this says, the byline says, mauled. Ray Park, who originated the character with the Phantom Menace, was expected to reprise his role as the character, but then written out, according to multiple sources. So to get into the article, it says, Darth Maul, a chief antagonist of Ewan McGregor's Obi Wan Kenobi, who first appeared in the Episode 1 Star Wars Phantom Menace, is not expected to appear in the series. But sources tell the Hollywood Reporter not only was the Sith Lord initially slated to be in the show, but Ray Park was going to be reprising his role as Maul in it. However, before those scenes were scrapped amid a creative overhaul that ultimately saw the other antagonists, including Darth Vader, added to the show. Although I don't know about that. I think Darth Vader was always kind of part of it. It says Hossein Amini was the original writer who worked with Deborah Chow on the 6th episode series, and while it was reported that production paused in early 2020 because Lucasfilm was unhappy with the scripts, the reasoning behind the pause was a little bit more layered. According to sources, Deborah Chow showed the scripts to Star Wars stewards Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, who were coming off the success of The Mandalorian that freshly launched in November of 2019, and deep into their work on season 2. Sources noted that Filoni and Favreau were concerned about Obi-Wan covering similar ground as Mandalorian. The lone wolf cub-like story of Kenobi coming out of hiding, protect a child-aged Luke Skywalker. Maul was one of the villains who participated in the hunt for the pair in the initial kind of story that they had for the show, apparently. Says Vader was nowhere to be found in a galaxy far, far away at this stage, which is interesting. I don't know. It says, according to those with knowledge of the project, also Filoni and Favreau pushed Chow and the show to go bigger. According to several sources, in any case, those concerns made their way to Lucasfilm head Kathleen Kennedy, who pressed the pause button. Joby Harold was then eventually hired as the show's new writer. And I think Joby Harold is going to kill it with his writing on this show, man. Hey, normies to nerds, welcome into the chat, my friend. Daniel Fisher, Tim, Ashton, everybody in the chat, it is good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. OG, I saw you as well. And Smalls, you already know you're an OG as well. Welcome into the chat, my friends. Alright, let's continue with this article, though. So they wanted it to go bigger. It says it's unclear how far along in the process things initially unraveled. A boy was chosen to play young Luke Skywalker, but no scenes with him were shot. As far as Park's Maul goes, the picture is more cloudy. One source says that Park was on set for pre-production and was also involved in stunt training. The source said that footage of Park may have been shot as well. Although another source says it could have been test footage, whatever the case is, Park was back as Maul, or so they believed. Dun dun dun. In the overhaul, however, Maul was written out. One source says it was Filoni that conceptually keyed in on a way for Vader to be brought back as the big bad, with the Grand Inquisitor, a character made popular by Dave Filoni in the animated series Star Wars Rebels. Lucasfilm source contradicted the account, saying Maul was never intended to return for the series, nor did Park come back to the set. But the overhaul also led to a new search for a young Skywalker, and a new actor then was picked. The Hollywood Reporter has learned the new Luke Skywalker is Grant Feely in the show. So Grant Feely is going to be playing Luke Skywalker in the show. His only other credit on IMDb is an episode of Creepshow, apparently. Don't know if I know that one. But Maul stands as one of the more popular villains in Star Wars lore, appearing in the animated series both Clone Wars and Rebels, which depicted the final battle between Maul and Kenobi. So Park returned to the live-action cameo of Solo, a Star Wars story that suggested there was more in store for the actor in the galaxy far, far away. And I've been kind of speculating that maybe Maul could return, because in Solo, the time period is actually about a year before the Kenobi show. So I was kind of wondering, what if, because of that, Maul is in the show, but because we know he never finds Kenobi until Star Wars Rebels, but he also seems to have met or fought Darth Vader before, or at least felt his presence. I had a theory that what if Darth Maul was in this show and he was trying to find Kenobi when Kenobi goes off world eventually, you know, as we've heard Deborah Chow even talk about. I just think it's possible, or I thought, it's possible Maul could be looking for Kenobi and then end up running into Darth Vader, and the two could end up fighting, and that's what maybe even could have stranded Maul on Malachor, as we know that Maul was stranded on Malachor when we find him in Rebels about, I think, 7 years after this, if I'm being honest. I did the math before, and I think I did it incorrectly on stream, so whatever. Ducky Momo, welcome into the chat. But it goes on to say here that he was in the Solo Star Wars story, and it suggested there was more to be told with him, and then Solo bombed, scuttling those plans, which I don't know if that's exactly what scuttled those plans, but soon fans speculated he could appear in Obi-Wan, such as myself. And given that Maul was responsible for the death of Obi-Wan's master, Qui-Gon Jinn, it makes a lot of sense, right? It just makes sense. Plus, they both have a whole history together. And of course, the first trailer gave us a look into what we'll see, and everything kind of unraveled from there. And we do know that Ray Park probably will not be coming back to reprise the role of Maul now. But I don't know. I still hold out hope. I don't think he'll actually be in the Kenobi show, as the Hollywood Reporter is saying, but it would have been dope if they did do that. Let's get into the chat for a little bit. Let me know what you guys think of this. Make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. A big welcome to you if you are. Welcome into the chat, though, everybody. Ronnie, what's up, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Pew pew. Oh, yes. What up, Star Wars politics? Hope you guys are all doing good. Maul versus Vader would have been pretty interesting to see. I think it's something a lot of fans want to see, too. And with that news, it does bring us to our next piece of news from the Direct. That says Star Wars next animated Disney Plus show receives exciting update. And that is pretty exciting indeed. Smash that like, says Normies to Nerds. Hey, yes, definitely smash that like. Subscribe, of course, as well. And then go check out Normies to Nerds channel, too, because Kendall does some awesome MCU content, awesome Star Wars content. My boy does a great job of turning those normie fans into some nerds. Go check him out. Go check him out. Ronnie says, sorry I spaced out. Hey, no worries. Hello to everybody. Baymax, welcome into the chat as well. He says, hopefully we get Maul animated series. That's kind of what I'm sort of hoping for. I don't know if we will, but it was dope to see Maul kick some butt in the, final couple episodes of the Clone Wars. So I thought you said Maul killed his own master and girl. What? Who said that? What Kendall said, smash that like button. Exactly. Alright, let's get into this direct article though, talking about the next animated Disney Plus Star Wars show. So it says, while Star Wars fans have more Star Wars content than ever under Disney Plus's umbrella, that's not to say the years between 2005 and 2015 with Revenge of the Sith and The Force Awakens were void of stories from the galaxy far, far away. In fact, within that 10-year gap, Star Wars live action projects, Lucasfilm Animation's Star Wars Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels offered fans some of the best moments in Star Wars ever. I'll say that. I'm going to add that into the article. Ever. And expanded the galaxy with new and compelling heroes and villains and stories, of course. Interestingly enough, a live-action Star Wars series only elevated these two animated shows when Season 2 of The Mandalorian brought Ahsoka Tano and Bo-Katan Kryze back to life. Two animated characters from both Rebels and Clone Wars brought into live action. Then, Star Wars The Bad Batch happened. Lucasfilm's latest animated series, Star Wars, flipped the script when The Mandalorian's Fennec Shand appeared in the animated form as well, confirming to fans and critics alike that the future of Star Wars will involve both animation and live action, which is a beautiful blend indeed. While Obi Wan Kenobi starring Ewan McGregor is the next Star Wars series to air on Disney+, Season 2 of The Bad Batch is reportedly waiting in the wings. But according to a new report, it's not the only animated show at Lucasfilm currently being worked on, or currently in production, I guess you could say. Bad Batch composer teases new Star Wars animated project. So in an interview with the Convor Call that we actually talked about last week, longtime Star Wars composer Kevin Kiner, it was the Kiner Brothers, I believe, I don't know if I watched it all though, revealed that in addition to Season 2 of The Bad Batch, Lucasfilm is working on a brand new Star Wars animated project, saying, "It's a very special project. Some great people are involved." And then there's a quote from them saying, we are working on a new project. It's an animated project. It's a Star Wars project. And that's all we can say. It's really, really freaking great. To the point where Lucasfilm and Disney are giving us full orchestra for every episode. It's a very special project. Some great people are involved. And we're really privileged to be a part of that one. And I probably have already said too much. And yeah, they probably did say too much, but it's the perfect thing that Star Wars fans like us want to hear, knowing that there's stuff like this being worked on. And the fact that each episode has a full orchestra for it, I think that's probably a huge deal, bigger than some of us even think. And it gets me really excited for the animated platform of Star Wars going forward, especially this show. So having composed the music for the Clone Wars movie in 2008, as well as the Clone Wars series and Star Wars Rebels, as well as Star Wars The Bad Batch, Kevin Kiner is clearly Lucasfilm's animation go-to composer. In addition to his own original themes, Omega and Ahsoka Tano, Kiner still pays tribute to the original Star Wars composer, John Williams, by including his cues from iconic Star Wars compositions. Is a Darth Maul animated series heading to Disney+? The fact that Lucasfilm has another animated show in the works only proves that the studio is truly relying on both mediums to tell its new Star Wars stories. But just whose stories merits these new series? And has Kevin Kiner shared a full orchestra for each episode? One possibility is the iconic Phantom Menace villain Darth Maul. In 2001, there was a rumor that several Star Wars voice actors were recording for Lucasfilm, and among them were Sam Witwer, who had been voicing the Maul since the Clone Wars. While Maul has been a reoccurring presence in various Star Wars projects, including Rebels and Solo: A Star Wars Story, there are gaps in his story that could be explored in a series, especially given his popularity. Some fans have been speculating that Maul will return to a live action in Kenobi, which could play into a story that his potential series intends to tell. It's also worth noting that Maul had a significant presence in the recently released 2020 Star Wars Celebration poster, despite having no reported roles at this time. Then again, another possibility is that the animated series will be the Tales of the Jedi, which is something that we had heard about quite some time ago. It says in late 2021, Star Wars Newsnet reported that Lucasfilm employee gifts featured logos of the studio's upcoming shows and films, as well as a logo for an unannounced series called Tales of the Jedi. While the logo could be representative of a revival of the Dark Horse comic series from the 90s that was set in the Old Republic, where'd it go? It was among the logos for Star Wars films and television shows. Whether this show is yet to be announced in animation, or it is for the Maul series or Old Republic, or something new altogether, maybe even the High Republic, it remains to be seen. But if Disney and Lucasfilm are invested in the Kiner, and Kiner is composing the tunes, fans of the animation series will definitely have something to look forward to. Damn, that was definitely quite the article from the Direct there. Let me know what you guys thought about this. Are you excited for a new Star Wars animated series? What do you like better? Because I know most of us probably do like the live action, but I mean, for those of us that love the animation, let me know what you guys think of this. How excited are you to see some more Star Wars animated series? And I mean, it's cool to know that they're working on multiple at a time. You know, it's not just Bad Batch Season 2 that they're working on, but another series behind the scenes, even if it is in the early stages. Let's see what you guys are saying, though. Watching 2 screens, smoke theories here. Oh, man. Baymax, he's getting mad about the Praetorian Guards. That's hilarious. All right, we'll get into that in a little bit, too. And again, for anybody that doesn't want spoilers, we will be getting into spoilers here pretty soon. But let me know what you guys think of these last 2 articles we just did from the Direct and from the Hollywood Reporter on Darth Maul not being in the Obi Wan Show, potentially getting an animated series. Maybe it's the animated Tales of a Jedi series. Let me know what you guys think. Let me make the chat a little bigger so I can actually see. Dreaming and hoping for a Plagueis series, says Politics. Dude, I would be down for that. Keaton Haas, welcome into the chat. I hope you're doing well. Facts. Maul killed Kenobi's master and his little girlfriend. Damn. You hit a nerve there. Tim says, I feel like Maul got so much more popular with the Clone Wars Season 7, but maybe that's just me. I don't know, man. For me, I've always liked Maul a lot, and I was so excited when they brought him back in Clone Wars and 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 Clone Wars. Hello? Can you hear me? Oh my gosh. What the hell happened, man? Why does this happen? Alright, where's my camera at? I can't hear anything again. Hello there. Okay, we're back. I'm back. Yeah, it's all Stubby's fault. You know, the droids are just slacking, especially today. I don't know what's up with them. Stubby, you're gonna get fired though. Your pay just got cut in half. It was too bright in here. Everything is falling apart. No. Yeah, that was not good. Clone Wars and Clone Wars and Clone Wars. Yeah, that's. Well, at least the algorithm will like me talking about the Clone Wars on repeat. Alright, let's get into the last bit of your guys' comments before we get to the next article here. So, Ducky Momo says the last time we saw Maul, he was pointlessly light his saber for dramatic effect. The only way we see him again live action is if they do something related to Crimson Dawn. You're probably right. Star Wars MCU OG says Season 7 did a lot for Maul's character. Tim made him a lot more important in the big picture. Yeah, I guess so. Because of everything, you know. You're definitely right. You're definitely right because of the whole Siege of Mandalore and everything. But I feel like that was all set up in the early seasons. But you're right. You're right. It's all Stubby's fault. Blame the droids. No, I wasn't repeating myself. I promise. Okay. Let's get into the next article here. And this one comes from the Bestman Bulletin. Full potential spoilers ahead. And I think we're going to start with the Mandalorian Season 3 spoilers. So potential spoilers going in here. This one is titled Exclusive: The Minds of Mandalore in the Mandalorian Season 3? Question mark? Question mark? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think we'll see the minds of Mandalore and the Mandalorian Season 3? Let's get into the article and find out. It says, in late December and early January, I saw evidence of a cave set being built at a train yard location in El Segundo that the Mandalorian, Obi Wan Kenobi, and the Book of Boba Fett have used in the past. And that the cave had a blue screen in front of it. So, like a blue screen. Not a green screen, but a blue screen. And an additional source corroborated that the information, all of this information last week. And at the time, I thought nothing of this, and I thought it was just a simple cave set. That was until January 26th, when an episode of the Book of Boba Fett aired, and we saw the return of Din Djarin in the episode. In the episode, the armorer spoke briefly about the mines of Mandalore, and that's when it hit me. Is this a cave set for the mines of Mandalore? We're now in March, and the train yard location has gone through multiple changes since, including a campsite with an unknown ship, but more recently, I've heard that once again, a cave set has been built. The cave is black, and has black sand or dirt in front of it. I don't know if it's just an evolution of the cave set that was there previously, or if it's unrelated. Around the same time, I was told of scenes being filmed which featured a large mountain with snow on top of it with the background and that Din Djarin. The armor and Din Djarin, the armorer, and Paz Vizsla were around for those scenes, with my belief being they're connected to the cave set, as I'd heard that some group being linked to those sets. Gosh, they put a lot in these. Silvax, I hope you're doing well, man. Welcome into the chat. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Big welcome to you, though. Welcome back into the chat. Look at those Star Wars leaks on Discord. I'll definitely check them out. So to continue with the rest of this article, now that we know the state of Mandalore thanks to the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, these sets simply scream Mandalore to me. The cave having a take could speak to the living waters that are beneath the mines of Mandalore, with the caves being set at the entrance. The cave and ground being black are possibly burned from the hellfire of the Great Purge. However, time will tell what that means. But I personally believe we will see Mandalore in a prominent way this season. And I personally do as well, too. And we did actually see some Mandalore episodes recently in our Clone Wars chronological rewatch, where I think we may have even seen some of the mines of Mandalore, or at least some of the kind of manufacturing kind of areas. I don't know. It kind of screamed Mines of Mandalore to me when we were watching that episode. So maybe that's what we kind of get, except because of the Great Purge, it could be that kind of area all burnt down and destroyed. That's kind of just my speculation on it, though. They say at the end of this article that they're currently sitting on more news for The Mandalorian Season 3, so expect some updates from them very soon. If you want to keep up to date with the latest leaks, news, rumors, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. But let me know what you guys think of that, and do you think that we will see the mines of Mandalore in Mandalorian Season 3? He did just see kind of a cave set, but what do you guys think in the chat? There's no snow on Mustafar? Bet. Could be Mustafar. Interesting. Interesting that you guys think that. That is interesting. Mustafar does go through multiple changes, and we see it with kind of ash trees or something in Rise of Skywalker, right? This is supposed to be Mandalore? Apparently. Thanks for the warm welcome. Am I excited for the Obi Wan Kenobi show? You already know. Yes, I'm very hyped. I'm very excited. I'm almost too excited. That's how it gets, though. Like, if you're new to Vader's Lair, we just get way too excited here. We get way too excited. Let me know what you guys think of this, and if we will see the Mines of Mandalore. Again, potential spoilers in this stream. If you don't want to know anything about the Mandalorian Season 3 or the Obi Wan Kenobi show, now's your time to leave. Alright, let's do the next little bit here. And I'm going to get into the chat a little bit too. There's just a lot of links. Yeah. The springs under the Mines of Mandalore was obvious setup for the Mando episode of Boba. That's less of a leak and more stating the obvious. Yes, I know. That's not really the leak. I'm getting to the leaky part. I'm sorry. There's a lot to go through today. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. Alright, I'm going to pull it up. I wanted to do like one article at a time or like a couple so that my computer didn't absolutely explode. But it's way too late for that. My computer already blew up. Alright, this next article comes from Making Star Wars, and it's rumors and pics. The Praetorian Guards and the Mando Season 3. So it says, there was apparently filming for Mando Season 3 in Long Beach, California this week. I was told at this location, Din Djarin fights with the Red Trooper and Praetorian Guards. I was actually going to hold off on this story, but some photos just hit the skirt around the rumor I heard recently. What is this wording? I have a few details to add and to these pictures that have been floating around the internet. The information I had pertained to some filming in the 3rd season for The Mandalorian. A source told me Praetorian Guards are in it, and with their weapons just like they are in The Last Jedi. They also mentioned that red stormtrooper costumes with Mando-style helmets were with the Praetorian Guards on a ship set. I believe this is related to the cloning story arc, and maybe even Snoke himself. This photo is going around the internet and was sent to me today. I will try to pull it up for you guys so you can see these photos. Let me see. Let me see if I can do it. Do it. Smash that like button. Do it. Alright, here we go. Boom. So here is the pictures of the helmets. It says, I will have more on this later, but I wanted to hit it before I started the weekend. A big thanks to the person that snapped this photo and shared it. It looks rad. It's very exciting stuff. I'm fairly certain it's from this week's reshoots for the 3rd season of the show. And they do look heavily inspired by Mandalorian kind of stuff. Heck, they kind of look like red Mando helmets more than Praetorian Guard stuff. But it looks freaking cool. Let me know what you guys think of this in the chat below. Let's continue on with the article though, because there are a few more pictures. Here's 2 other pictures from the set. Here we get kind of an Empire kind of building or kind of set that looks super dope. Maybe another Luke Skywalker scene. I don't know, man. Looks pretty dope though. And then we get kind of what looks like to be the cockpit of a X-Wing, or not an X-Wing, a TIE fighter or something maybe. I don't know. Pretty cool stuff though. Pretty cool pictures. Let me know what you guys think of that in the chat below, and what you think of the red helmets. Jason doesn't leak, he squirts. Indeed. Indeed he does. Very Sparta looking. Yeah, it does look very Sparta, and it does look kind of like the Praetorian Guards as well. Honestly, I kind of don't think that it's the Praetorian Guards. I think people are tripping out. I do think that we will be linked to kind of the sequels as we go on with this storyline, but I think this might just be, you know, Mandalorian helmets. What do you guys think in the chat though? Selvac says, good to hear you get super excited. Do you have a favorite Star Wars character? I do have multiple. It's hard to pick one. At the top of the list though, gotta have Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, really. I really like Ezra Bridger a lot too. Din Djarin, Grogu, Obi Wan, Ahsoka. Those are all like, you know, my top characters. Yoda as well is up there. Those are all some of my favorite characters, though. What about you guys? Let me know in the chat. What's your guys' favorite Star Wars character? Boba should have made a gaffy stick from the Mustafar tree. Those things are stronger than lava. Yeah, bro. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Pablo Hidalgo basically said that the THR article is BS. Wow. Wow, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I believe him. So, that article that we covered about Darth Maul potentially being in the show, that's apparently BS. At least Pablo Hidalgo says so, and Pablo Hidalgo is one of the very high ups of Lucasfilm. So, if that's the case, then it's BS. And it makes sense that that's BS, actually. MSW in one of his kind of articles, or no, one of his streams, I think, maybe even with Star Wars Santa, said that a lot of that stuff wasn't true. I think that's what he said in Star Wars Santa's stream today. So that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I've heard that the whole overhaul kind of thing with the Kenobi show, like the overhaul, the writing, they said the original script that we had heard about that had people searching for Kenobi throughout the whole show, and they don't find him until the very end. All of that apparently is total BS, I've heard as well. So I kind of believe Pablo Hidalgo on this. Silvax says, Obi-Wan! Yes, indeed. Alright, let us continue on with this next article here. My bad. What happened? No. We'll do the Qui-Gon first. Potential spoilers here. Let's get into it. We didn't crash, right? Boom. Alright. As the article says, will Qui-Gon appear in Star Wars Kenobi? Spoilers, and more spoilers. Alright, let's get into this article. I remember when Qui-Gon Jinn died in 1999. Super Scooper John Williams let me know on the back of the soundtrack to The Phantom Menace. John Williams has always been a superhero of mine. I was buying that soundtrack to the soundtrack because I wanted to know everything about the film. And the Hot Fire track, Qui-Gon's Noble End, confirmed everything I was hearing back then on the internet about Qui-Gon's fate. Then we had heard a rumor for Attack of the Clones that we would hear Qui-Gon's voice say, "No, Anakin, no." That panned out and was accurate. It was accurate. Give me the Force Ghost. Later, for Episode 3, it was rumored that Qui-Gon Jinn would appear in Revenge of the Sith, appearing to Yoda as a disembodied voice, but that was unfortunately cut. We then heard Qui-Gon appear in the Clone Wars, and with those arcs, they were freaking rad. But I always wanted to see Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon as a Force Ghost on screen in live action. Over the last year, I heard Liam Neeson was back as Qui-Gon Jinn in Star Wars Obi Wan Kenobi, and Bespin Bulletin, Star Wars news, Star Wars making Star Wars favorite news site, confirmed that Liam Neeson was physically back and more than just a voice. I was elated to hear this as I was holding on to my own Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan Kenobi stories. I verified more details. So I will pick up where John Williams left off in 1999 and Bespin Bulletin did in 2022 and explain my understanding of Qui-Gon Jinn in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. When we meet Obi-Wan Kenobi, a decade after Revenge of the Sith, he has lost all hope. Sources say that the lonely and broken Jedi reaches out with the Force and calls to his old master. Cut off from his social life, living in a cave, Kenobi attempts to learn to contact with the closest thing he ever has had to a father. And when he reaches out and calls for his old master, absolutely nothing happens. Diddly squat. Crushing. Life is not going as Obi-Wan had expected. That glimmer of hope we see in his eye when Yoda confesses that communicating with Qui-Gon Jinn years before has faded. Obi-Wan is calling out to Qui-Gon and he's not answering. Owen will not let Obi-Wan have any interactions with Luke, and he works a hard job for pittance to survive. This is very difficult for Kenobi and sounds like it's getting in the way of his training. Kenobi does not understand what is holding him back from researching that next level, or getting to that next level, you know? Where was I? So he sits in silence when he attempts to reach his master. As Kenobi goes on one last adventure, for now anyways. Man, I cannot read it all today. I'm sorry, guys. As Kobe, my goodness, what is happening? As Kenobi goes for one last adventure, for now anyways, he meets hopeful allies. He sees resistance and rebellion forming throughout the galaxy. He experiences the indomitable spirits of Anakin Skywalker and Padme Amidala's Dala. Making Star Wars, what the hell, man? Oh, I cannot read this right now. Who's put indomitable in this goddamn freaking article, man? I can't right now. With Anakin and Padme's daughter as she assists the Underground Railroad in defiance of former empire. I cannot read this article, I swear to God. Obi-Wan moves from hopelessness to hopeful for the future as he sees he is not really alone in this fight. In the middle chapter, Kenobi experiences the beginning of resistance as young Leia aids a movement that saves political descendants of Palpatine's empire. Dissidents? Dude, what the hell? What the hell is this article, man? What are you doing to me? There is hope, however. Kenobi is only starting to see it now. Okay, the next part of this article here. Kenobi's first fight with Vader does not go so well, but a re-energized and strategically sound Kenobi becomes more determined to stop Darth Vader and confronts him on Mustafar's rocky moon. It is in this second fight that Qui-Gon appears as a voice to Obi-Wan, encouraging him and assisting him in his battle against the Dark Lord of the Sith. So basically, that's saying Obi-Wan is going to be getting his butt kicked. He's going to be losing this fight. And then Qui-Gon is going to come into, he's going to hear his voice, and that's when he's going to be able to kind of flip the switch, and there's going to be a little bit more hope back in Kenobi's life. He's going to hear his old master once again. It says, to be clear, this is just Qui-Gon's voice acting as a Mickey from the Rocky films. Obi-Wan has his mojo back and can hear Qui-Gon now. This voice guides Obi-Wan for the first time in a long time. He knows he must win because they are going to win this fight against evil, and he has work to do. The Return of the Jedi. My sources believe when Obi-Wan finally returns home to Tatooine, we see him enter his dwelling after this adventure, and Kenobi is changed. So we're getting into some potential spoilers and potential leaks of what we could see at the end of this show here. So if you don't want to know anything, it's your time to leap. It says, Kenobi is a changed man. He's not the man we saw laying on the floor, beaten and destroyed in the first chapter. He's Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jedi Master, the man that we eventually see in Star Wars Rebels. And that is when Qui-Gon Jinn appears to him as a Force ghost he can physically see. Obi-Wan, having connected to the living Force, and with his spirits raised, he is now ready to begin his work with Qui-Gon Jinn and become more powerful than the Sith could possibly imagine. It finishes off here saying, this was my understanding of the journey Kenobi takes in regards to Qui-Gon Jinn and why he is absent from Kenobi's journey for so long. I'm fairly confident in this after discussing the events of the series with several sources during the summer of 2021. Knowing the journey that Kenobi undertakes in the series, this seems to make the most thematic sense to me with the pieces that I've uncovered as a Star Wars journalist. Because of the secrecy surrounding the production, maybe there's more to it, but he's fairly confident in what he does lay out in this article and throughout the past couple of weeks and months. So he suspects the ending is primarily cut to the music as we see the survivors settle back into their place in the fairy tale, and everything kind of goes to the way it should be for when we eventually see them in both Star Wars Rebels and then A New Hope afterwards. And maybe, just maybe, there will be some tie-ins with Andor, although I don't think Kenobi is going to be in Andor at all. Don't hear what I'm not saying. Alright, let me know what you guys think of this article. There is going to be one more article, and then we're probably going to call it a day, but I want to interact with you guys in the chat for a little bit here. So, Silvac says, have you ever played / do you play the Old Republic? I have not played it too much. I have Knights of the Old Republic on my Nintendo Switch, but I haven't played the Old Republic much. It was kind of before my time. I never really had any devices to play it on, but I did play stuff like The Force Awakens and different things. I was kind of grew up with the prequels, so it was kind of like around that time, but I didn't really have anything to play it on, man. So I never really played Old Republic too much. Smith Family TV, hello there, welcome into the chat. Ducky Momo says that's actually pretty tough. Single favorite character? Yes, Ducky Momo, you must choose. Do it. Obviously, Palpatine's up there for me as well. You gotta show some love to Sheev. So I thought Qui-Gon only being able to be a voice was true canon. Was that just an EU explanation and he could do it all along if he wanted? I mean, obviously EU is different from canon, and we had no like full confirmation that he couldn't be a Force ghost. In fact, we do see him as a Force ghost in one of the arcs in the Clone Wars, one of my favorite arcs of the Clone Wars. So I think it's always kind of been possible. I just don't think his training was fully complete at the time of like Revenge of the Sith or Attack of the Clones, or when he died. He didn't have the full training complete at that time. So that's why I think he was never able to kind of embody the Force and everything. But I think with his connection to Obi-Wan, maybe he's been training with Yoda even, because that's possible, as Yoda's been training to kind of, you know, become one with the Force eventually as well. That's kind of what I think, but I don't know, man. Definitely a squirter indeed, Maximus. Welcome into the chat, my friend. Much love. Alright, let's continue on reading the chat, though. I could not read that at all. One of my all-time favorites. Which one? So Qui-Gon is? Bruh. No, I know the online game. I know what you're saying, Silvax. The MMO. I know which one. I haven't played it much. I really haven't. Wait, no. No. Alright, where's the next article? Alright, so you remember the other day when we were talking about the moon of Nur? Does anybody remember this? Do you remember Nur? Do you remember Nur? Well, what happens on Nur stays in Nur. I don't think that's actually what this is titled. This is called What Happens on Nur in Star Wars Obi Wan Kenobi. So this article says, on recent episodes of the Making Star Wars show, I've spoken a little bit about how Princess Leia Organa of Alderaan is in pretty much every episode of Star Wars Obi Wan Kenobi. Once again, we're diving into spoilers here today. If you don't want to be spoiled for the Obi Wan Kenobi show, now is your time to leave. Like the clones of Revenge of the Sith. I'm sorry, sir. It's your time to leave. So it is. If you don't want to be spoiled, so it is. Time to leave. It says, at one time, I did not have confirmation that Leia was more than in the first 2 episodes or 3 of the story. With episodes being filmed and child actors being involved, it can be a little difficult to figure it all out. Thankfully, several sources have confirmed crucial details to me, which have made things a little bit easier to fall into place. From the sounds of things, if I have my story details in order and correct, the planet Nur comes to prominence in the series in the 4th episode of the show. Princess Leia is captured and held in the headquarters of the Inquisitorius. Reva interrogates young Leia. However, even at a young age, Leia is defiant and not a rat when faced with angry inquisitors. So she's definitely still the same girl that we will see her grow up to be. It says, of course, our hero Obi Wan Kenobi, or Ben, is on the case to bust out Princess Leia from the underwater droid. So I kind of had even theorized maybe we'll see Obi Wan go to Nur and try to take on the Inquisitors head on at their, their base on Nur. And, how it could be similar to what we see Cal Kestis do, trying to get that holocron back. And it sounds like we could actually see that. It continues to say, I'm fairly certain he has Kamal Nanjiani in tow for assistance on the mission too. So I had once kind of speculated maybe Kamal was going to be the droid that we see, but it doesn't sound like that's going to be the case. It sounds like he's actually playing a human character, potentially maybe even an alien. I'm not really sure yet, but seems when Kenobi needs to go solo, Leia is handed off to Kamal Nanjiani's character. Says the first duel with Darth Vader may be sparked from this Prison Break episode. At the moment, I believe the first duel between Vader and Kenobi takes place on a large ship. My current theory is that the ship is one that escapes from Nur, and it may even begin there. So the fight may even begin on the moon of Nur, which is one of the moons of Mustafar. Welcome into the chat, Darth Chaos. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Hey, I hope you're doing well, Silvax. Have a great rest of your night. She was about to give us a pop quiz about Nur. I should have studied. You already know. Do it. If you're wrong, we will execute Order 66. So I hear the interrogation scene with Leia and Reva is pretty fun and well done. I'm looking forward to it. I've seen some discourse about how Leia and Obi-Wan is somehow more of the same type of content we've seen from The Mandalorian with Grogu and Din, or Omega in the Bad Batch with, the entire Bad Batch. I really don't feel like Grogu and Omega are like Princess Leia at all. From the sounds of it, Princess Leia is very much Princess Leia as you know her from the prequel or the original trilogy, and not dumbed down as a kid version, so she's not like an idiot. That said, I haven't seen it either, so I'm only relaying what I've heard, and it's been made scene to him. It sounds like Nur is another hidden fortress homage in Star Wars, the original being in New Hope. Of course, but don't worry, I do get the vibes that the remake, that this is a remake because the personalities involved are a bit different than the original cast. If anything, I think it's more a nod and even to Jedi Fallen Order games, as we'll see in our playthrough here pretty soon. Make sure to join the discourse and subscribe to Vader's Lair as well. Thank you all very much. Alright, let's get back into the lair and let's talk about all this that we've talked about today, because I'm just exhausted from everything we've talked about already. Let me know what you guys think, though. Smash that like button. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Are you excited to see Nur? Are you excited to see what we will see in the Obi Wan Kenobi show? Let me know your thoughts on The Mandalorian Season 3. I hope you guys are having a good day. It is... Whew, finally can take a breather and get into the comments. Whew. That was a lot. Sounds like Leia at age 10 is bossy like... Yeah, like the girl from Willy Wonka. That's definitely probably how she is. Tim says, wasn't she always kind of bossy? Yeah, Leia's definitely kind of a bossy character. Hey, no spoilers. Stop it. All right, Obsession, my bad. Spoilers. Get out of here. We're done with the spoilers. People in the chat might post them now, but I'm done with them. The droid ain't gonna make it. Oh, no. The droid ain't gonna make it. No, I don't think so. It looks like it's gonna get destroyed. And I love me Star Wars droids, so that's kind of sad. Hey, Don, I hope you're doing well. And so we talked about a lot of different spoiler stuff today. We talked about an article that apparently is total BS from The Hollywood Reporter. Whew, look at these Hollywood trades trying to make money. Shame on them. Don says, even I, the comics, She was full of sass at 10. Yes, Leia's always been full of sass. She's definitely always been full of sass. TSWO. Yes. Man, I am exhausted. That was a lot of spoilers. I'm excited to see Ner, though. I think it's going to be dope. I can't wait to play through the rest of the Jedi Fallen Order game. Again, we're kind of playing through that on the channel. So if you want to see that and see the kind of what we get out of Ner at some point, definitely subscribe to make sure you're subscribed when that happens, so you can get notified when it happens. You know what I mean? Smash the bell. Click the like button. Do it. Tim, my hammer. Indeed. Not gonna lie, I'm out of stuff to talk about. My brain is absolutely mush. Let's go to the Discord and see what's happening. Oh man, I cannot read it all today. I can't think. It's just been a long day. Hey, Dawn and Chaos. Some of the OGs. Chaos, I hope you're doing well, man. I think the last people should be getting their Funko Pops from our giveaway. And I think I want to do a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers as well, which we're up over 800 subscribers now. I really do appreciate you guys. It's so surreal and like doesn't feel real that we're at 804 subscribers now. I mean, it's freaking awesome. I really do appreciate you guys. It wouldn't be possible without all of you guys that come here and smash the like button and subscribe to the channel every single day. You know what I mean? But it really does. I do appreciate you all for, you know, being active in the chat, being active in the channel and in the community. Even going to check out Star Wars Obsession, Star Wars Santa, you know, Star Wars Meg. You know, I think I'm doing this Star Wars thing wrong. You know, all these are, like, big creators have Star Wars something in their name, and I'm over here with Vader's lair. At least Vader is a big Star Wars character. Hey, Smalls, I can't wait either, man. Monday after daylight savings, which is ugly. Yeah, your boy is already knocked. It's 24 likes and 10 watching. What more do you want, Sheev? I'm not saying anything. I'm saying I appreciate you guys. You're hitting 1,000 soon, dude. I hope so. I hope so. Star Wars MCU says the march to 1,000 subscribers continues. We trying every day. We doing our best. We're not able to read the articles, but we still cover them. Darth chocolate? Oh, Daniel Fisher, you were talking about dark chocolate in the chat. I read Darth chocolate. I'm like, Darth Choco, what? Darth Maximus says Vader's lair is a dope ass name. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I definitely spent some time thinking about it. As Sheev the Wise came to me, some people already know this, but Sheev the Wise came to me as like a rapper name initially, and it kind of stuck in the Discord community for the Den of Nerds. And then I've been thinking about for a long time, what should I name my channel if I do a Star Wars channel? And Vader's Lair was the thing that came to my mind, and I ran with it ever since, and that was forever ago. But I will say, now that we have passed 800 subscribers, I talked about it the last time on stream. March 16th, I found out, is the day that I created my channel last year. So I didn't actually upload any videos until Star Wars Day, May 4th. But March 16th, which is just 2 days away, is the day that I created my Vader's Lair channel a year ago. So 1 year to 800 subscribers. I really can't freaking thank you guys enough. It really means the world to me, all the support that you guys show. I mean, coming here every day. I know the 10 of you that are probably in the chat are probably here every single time that I'm doing a live. So I really do appreciate all of you guys. I thank you for being here today as well. The Switch is brutal, says Darth Chaos. Bruh, I'm dead. I'm dead right now. Daniel Fisher said you thought I meant Darth Choco. Yeah, I did think it was Darth Choco. I thought that's what you were talking about. As is Sheev the Wise. Yeah, that one was much funnier the way it came to me. I think we need to do a promo giveaway for him now. Oh, okay, I'm down. Sheev in Vader's lair, smiling all the way. False advertising if I've ever seen. Yeah. I mean, again, since we're just like getting into the deep nitty gritty of Sheev's life, I actually have a tattoo on my chest that says, "No matter where life takes me, find me with a smile." And that's definitely kind of my personality and take on life, I guess you could say. Definitely pretty smiley dude. Happy almost anniversary. Thank you, Daniel Fisher. Yeah, it's been a freaking wild year, man. It's been a wild year. Happy 1 year, bro. Hell yeah. Bruh, facts. I mean, almost what was it, a year ago that we were all watching WandaVision? A lot of us. Loud motorcycles today. A year ago, we're watching WandaVision in the Den of Nerds community. I mean, it's been a wild year indeed. And I can't imagine being with better group and community of people. For real, for real. He's not Sheev. Where are the Sith? Smash and join. Mash and join. Do it. Alright, y'all. I really do appreciate you. That daylight savings is really hitting me hard at this point. Your boy is dead. I'm absolutely tired. Hello there, Side Speed Reviews. I'm so sorry. We're ending the stream, unfortunately. We're coming to a close here. If there's anything you guys want to know or put into the chat, throw it in now. I really do appreciate you all for being here, but we're going to get out of here in the next minute or two. Hey, I appreciate you, Choco. Make sure to smash the like button for those of you guys just coming in here. Sire Speed Reviews, a Star Wars channel. Go check them out. I don't know if I've even checked you out, bro, but I got to check you out, man. Much love, everybody. Go check out our merch in the description below if you want to check that out. We have our latest logo, the one up there. That one's on a hoodie, shirt, those kind of different things. And then we have one of our older logos as well that has kind of the Mustafar Vader's lair in the background. It says Vader's lair across of it. That one's the more popular one right now. But hey, if you guys want to buy that one, it's pretty dope, I think. It's pretty dope. I appreciate you guys, though. I hope you have a great night. I hope that my audio stops crashing every time that I stream. Much love, y'all. I hope you have a great rest of your night, though. And before I go, Daniel Fisher, bro, I freaking appreciate the hell out of you. He says, I ordered my t-shirt, shipping later this month. Dude, I really freaking appreciate you, Daniel Fisher. You're a goat, man. I can't wait to get to the 1,000 subs so that we can do channel memberships and give you guys, you know, some more freaking feedback and stuff. Some more content. Your boy loves y'all, though. Thank you for being here. I'm going to go work on some content. Chillax for the rest of the night. Much love, y'all. Hope you have a good one. And may the force be with you always. Peace out, y'all. Before we go, smash the like button, do it. And also, for those of you that don't know and are here because you're awesome and support the channel, quick little name